Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's conversation. On today's topic, I have my two friends, my friends in quote, Amaka on my right and Yvonne on my left hand side. Anyway, this is a viewer request.
Okay.
And the question was, what we think make men cheat.
So it was a woman.
It was a woman that asked the question. Okay. So let us not be too sexist. Let's do the question broad widely. Why do people cheat? So let's say, why do people cheat? First, I will talk about why I think men cheat. First, I think the reason why most men cheat, let me not say the whole men, is accessibility. And ask me why. When a woman is okay.
You said we should ask you why.
Yeah, it's good. Ask me why.
Why?
And it's access. And the reason why I said it's access is when a woman is in a relationship, we're very quick to say, if someone asks me now, are you in a relationship? If I am in a relationship, it doesn't take, I don't even think twice to say yes. So automatically if you put a barrier, although some men will still want to go harder, but you've already put that barrier to say, yes, I have somebody. But if that question is put to a man, they will go, yeah, but, you get what I mean? There is a yes, but there will be a but behind it. So you have given another person access to your space. So when you start talking, yeah, hi, how are you doing? And that little space that you've given becomes a bit wider. So you are making the room for you to have that opportunity to go and check. But if you are opening enough to say, even if you can tell the person is married and you still ask him the question, yeah, my marriage has been downhill, going tip hill, going side tip, it's been bad, it's been miserable.
But
I haven't finished. Because of my children, they won't have. But a woman is so quick. If you don't want to, don't get me wrong, there are women who do it. But I think for men, because they are easily accessible to people, and they give that space for people to access their time, it put them that place to cheat. Okay. So what do you take on it?
You said, I'll bring up one point. You said, not all men, a lot of men now are bold. They will not tell you that they have problems with their wife. Not all of them will say, it's my wife, the reason it's my wife cheated on because of my children. Some of them will tell you, no, I'm happy with my wife, just want something different. What do you say to that?
Yeah, but you see, that's still the access.
No, but you said they'll give you a reason. Most of them won't even give you a reason.
You see, but that's what I'm saying, that
but the thing is,
because they give access to themselves.
Well, let me tell you, like we talked in our past topic, women is the same, but like we said, we women, by the time we hide our own, the reason why we seem to know more about men cheating is because women, when we decide to do it, there are probably more women that cheat, or the percentage is probably, the difference is probably that tiny, but because women, we're very, when we plan our things, you can catch him on top of the guy, even yourself say no, she's not doing anything. That's the thing, that's what I was talking to Yvonne just now, that a man doesn't cheat, he cheats with another thing, because even if they're cheating, they might be cheating with a married woman. So the married woman is cheating.
That's what I'm saying. But
do you understand? So I don't
personally, I think the question to me, if you ask me now, say why most men cheat, I will tell you because it's accessible, because they open themselves for people to access. For example, if a man if you are talking with your ex, yeah, and this ex, he's moved on, he doesn't take too long from the conversation to move from, not all else or some else, it doesn't take too long for them to open that road. If you want to dip back and bring back the old thing, it's easy. But it's usually the woman who is a bit, no, I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm alright, even though the man keeps pushing. But to men, it just, you know, that's, to me, that's what I think is their biggest problem. Is if you just tell, if I tell a, if I was a man and somebody asked me now to say, if I'm talking to another female and then he say, oh hi, you know, oh you're in a relationship, absolutely, I'm happy, you know, I'm happy with my relationship. So automatically the other woman who is trying to come in already know where you stand. But if you give her any single
but it works both ways.
no,
like,
no, but
if you're not happy with the relationship and you're still in
but
it,
if you give,
no,
if you give the woman or the man a single way or a single feeling that, you know, I could do better with what I got, you have literally opened yourself to go further, and that is what the problem is. If a man can say clearly than open, I've seen people. I have seen somebody will post a picture of their wife and glamorize the woman on a page. Oh, my beautiful wife. Then on a DM, they will be blowing up your DM. You see what I mean? So if you, this is somebody that you go, well, you just post a picture of you and your wife, you know, few minutes.
I know women that do that, the same thing.
Few minutes ago,
sleeping around as well.
and say, you know, the wife of my life, and then here you are now giving me them fucking 10 missed calls. For what? What are we supposed to be discussing? And someone asked me one time, oh, are there still women like you? I said, what do you mean? And I told him, I said, clearly, you've just got married less than 2 weeks. And here you are. Will you be happy if I screenshot this message and put it on your page? The same page on the picture you just posted of you and your wife, and tag you on it.
So you know there are women like that though?
And that was it. I never heard anything again. You see, but that's what I mean, that they make themselves available to this that makes it happen.
So that's accessibility.
Okay, yeah. So
for me, I'm going back to history.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring my books. So
get ready. Do we have the Oxford Dictionary?
I'm going to get it. I see men, well,
I know they smoke.
Everybody. Okay. Let's go to the men. I'm going to the question now. We've already established everybody cheats. Okay, that's fine. But let's go back to men. History. Men are natural hunters. You know, over time they've been doing the hunting way back.
Yeah.
And then the women are the ones that are the homemakers. They stay at home and everything. So I think because of proximity, you know, the guys, they go out, they go fight, they go to, and back in the history, I remember even going to get a woman, you probably have to fight or prove yourself to get. So in the process of that, you know, they always say, there's this saying where they say you have to kiss so many frogs before you get to the whatever. Yeah. So I think the historic thing that has made the men the way they are hunters, they are man of the house. You know, they are the providers, and in the process of providing, then there's this kind of innate, you know, behavior whereby I'm the provider of the house, you know. In the process of providing, you know, I'm allowed some, you know, some luxuries, but they are providing for their family, and that's why they keep that family unit, and then they go out to cheat. Now, why they actually do what they do, obviously comes to the individual. There are various different reasons. Yeah, exactly. But I think the fact that they have that power, you know, as hunters,
and it's not as frowned on,
you know, and you know, it's just something that's been the norm. So
yeah, it's not as frowned on.
Some men actually don't even see that they actually
cheating
wrong.
Yeah.
They just look at it that, well, it's all part of the game.
It's not that I don't love
you
my
know?
wife, but
it's not that I don't love my wife. You know, I mean, oh, I want to be known. You know, that image of I have a family is a prestige.
They love the wife to be.
They love their wives to be, but it's just these are collateral damage.
I can conquer.
That goes along with me trying to provide for my family. Do you understand? So and over time we've kind of held the men to that. To that. Now, this was happening. Evolution is happening. Things are changing. Now we see more women not staying at home, going out to work. They are beginning to step into that world. Some women are actually now providers. So let's flip the coin now the other way. The women now, and in the process of providing, they are seeing some luxuries. Now, initially, no.
They won't see other men.
No. I'm just
exactly. They don't see other, you know,
Men,
they didn't have that luxury, but now they are in the market
And they can see
providing,
this guy.
and some people
maybe initially they like, "No, we've got
Isn't you wait, sorry.
but we've got peer pressure now. You know, like how far?
Fine. Okay, we talked about a woman, 4 children. How many women there? 4 children, different men. No, it's not their husband's own. How did they get those children? Do you understand? So women as well. We
Yeah.
do it, just like you said. We used to go out as much.
So
now we
now-
go. We see.
Yeah. So
True.
now they go out. They are now stepping into a lot of women now doing men's job. You understand? So now they're now stepping in, and a woman can now decide. Okay, you know what? It's also part of the collateral damage.
Yes. No.
I'm still providing for my family. Some women are actually the breadwinners, and the husbands. We now have house husbands. The roles have changed. There are some that are 50-50. So maybe the relationship, everybody does their own 50-50. Again, it all depends on the person. So I think for me, this is the major cause, like coming from history coming down. But obviously, because things are changing now,
Women
you're
tend to
beginning
go
to
out
see,
more.
and now, and that's the reason why now you are hearing more of a lot of women as well as the men. Initially, it's more men, because it's always been like
They're
a
going out,
man
yep, man's world.
It's a man's world. Now it's not a man's world. You know?
In your office,
Now
there's some
it's-
hot bubbles.
Now it's
and your
everywhere.
husband is there.
And
too,
again, don't
sitting.
forget, don't forget, it's not even, and a lot of times it's not because, like, I agree with you, you said there is access, but sometimes even with the access, that doesn't even make some people cheat.
Cheat, yeah.
Some of them could actually be a conditional thing. For example, you are now in an office, you are targeting, you know, like promotion, you want certain things, and people now put you in that situation, like, and you're like, all right, fine, as long as I want that thing. Now it's survival of the fittest, you know. So it's kind of like the roles have changed, and it works on both sides.
Both sides.
So this
Yeah.
this is where, like, my number one reason, because that's just how we were built. That's kind of what we've grown up with.
Okay,
And that's why I went kind of
So
history.
what would be the reason why women change?
Okay. Again, back to the story. My number one will still be back to the story now, because yeah, they now have that power, you know. And I mean, I'm not saying everybody that has the power will do it. Again, it's down to the individual. Women will cheat because, number one reason, I think for women, they will cheat because they can.
Yes. How can he do it?
They
and
can.
do it?
Very close to it will probably be because they've been hurt.
They're unhappy. Yep.
Because a woman won't just go, I mean, like, again, back to the history of how we were built. When we marry, and that we marry for good. You know, our maternal instincts, we want to protect, we are protectors. We want to do everything for our husband and our wives, and then you're hurt.
Okay, now, okay.
That's just,
let me stop you there.
that's just
So how do you explain a woman that has 4 children in her husband's house, and then they find out that 3 out of the 4 are not her husband's own?
Might be the man that is important.
No. One of the children. Well, yes, that's got nothing to do with it.
Okay.
She's still teaching.
Okay,
She
no.
cheated. The man doesn't know the children are not.
No, okay. That,
We're talking about cheating.
Okay.
Forget the man.
yeah,
being
okay.
impotent.
Let me give done that.
That's still cheating.
No,
She
that's
cheated on him.
No, that's okay.
She's had 1 child for him. The other
Yes.
ones are not his. They
Yes.
find out by mistake.
Yes.
How do you explain that? That's still cheating. She cheated.
That okay.
And it's happened very quick. But happening a lot.
But that answer is already given. Like I said, something must have happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm exactly. Yeah.
Something must have happened. It's not like, you know.
But she's still cheating.
It's even possible that she has already been doing that before she married
Exactly.
this guy. They
But
are
it's still cheating though.
No, of course.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
nobody is questioning that at all. Like I said, when you start looking for examples and you're giving
There are
specifics
different reasons
like this,
people cheat.
there are different reasons. But I'm just saying, in the, like, my example was in the round sense of it generally. Then when you now, that's the major one. Then when you now come down to from number 2 going down, there are now reasons, cause and effect. Second reason, I've been hurt before. Third reason, it could be peer pressure. It could be you have a girlfriend. That seems to be a lot, like you have a friend and then she pushed you into it, unconsciously or consciously. You want to be like your friend, you want to do things like her, and all of a sudden she goes like, "Ah, what are you doing?" I say, "I'm married." And that I remember growing up when I used to work. that used to happen a lot, especially when you have friends that you look up to. Oh, they dress very well and everything. Again, okay, let me even round it up and call it money. Financial. Some women will do whatever it takes, like if they've got goals. So it might not even be money. It could be money. Okay, let me put the money and power. Some women will do anything, even if they are married, to get what they want.
Some women are just born bitch. Let's stop sugarcoating it. Some people can have everything they want in the whole world.
Everything is what? But they might not love the person. Everything is
why are you there?
And that's what the same thing.
Why are you there?
We're still talking about cheating.
What I'm saying is, some women are just born.
They just want
the women that are born bitch can never be satisfied.
Finished, but they'll still be married.
Nothing.
Okay, let me answer your question. You see this thing you just said now? I agree with you. There's still a cause. And let me tell you why I said that. When you see that kind of thing, sometimes go and meet a psychologist. It takes you right back to their home from their birth. There's always a cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't just have
you don't love the man.
Hold on. You don't just have a child. You don't just have a child. And this girl will just wake up one day. I'm like, okay, I'm going for all the men.
No, wait, let me finish. I'm
just saying.
Let me talk. Some people will marry just for that status, and they want to have children by the one man. But there's someone they're not marrying this other guy or whoever they're cheating with because his status is not the same. But I'd rather be Mrs. Lagbaja, right? But I'll keep you as my boyfriend. There are lots of women that are like that. Like you said, money. So it's not a matter.
Okay.
It's just
I take your point. You know why I say I take that point? Because if something is happening to you, it's up to you to take it.
That's you.
I love to take a step back because
but that's you.
When I take my full step back, it gives me time to reflect, to analyze, and to understand what is happening. Because sometimes our back full step tend to cut up with us. But you need to take a step back, to retrace your step back. That gives you time to prepare yourself. But I can tell you, there are women who are just not
human beings. It's not just women.
In fact, I cannot iterate that enough. There are women that are just fucking bitches.
And there are men that are fucking bastards.
And there are men that are assholes. Not bastards, they're assholes. So, the women that are, a woman that is born bitch, it doesn't matter what you do. You can have the longest whatever in the world and still give her every single man money in this house. She will still be unhappy. She will look for every excuse to go out there and screw herself out. Same go for men. There are men, you can be the perfect wife whatsoever. You can give whatever 2000% of yourself to make it work, and this asshole here.
Human beings.
But I think this is the point. I always said, when people are not mentally stable, you cannot bring another person into your mental health status, because that's one of the problems. You know, I was watching the news the other day. There was this woman who was narrating how she enjoyed how this man panned her, but even inside the anger, she wasn't angry towards the man. She was still angry towards the side chick because and then she put the side chick picture saying, since this girl came into our life, is when. But at the same time, she's saying before she married the man, for the man to even say you should go and spend 1 year with his mother in Ibadan, have already decided that I wouldn't even go.
That's you.
You see what I mean? So for him to be in Lagos, then you go to Ibadan to stay with his mom for a year, and that stops you from getting to know him. Now, mama won't marry. Now, mama won't marry. He's the person that you need to get married that you have to spend time with. So, even the thinking of that alone, for me, will be categorically no. Absolutely no chance. So, but that stops her now from get to know the guy. And then she came to Lagos, and then marriage, you becomes a punching back to this guy. So, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, there are bads in both men and women. Those women who wants to cheat, nothing will ever satisfy them. There are men who wants to cheat. It doesn't matter how beautiful, rich, and pretty
some of
the
them
man.
have. We didn't even touch about the fact that some of them even have health issues.
Yeah, you know, like I said.
Health, you know.
And then a lot of people.
There are people that have. I mean, like what they call it, sex something. It's a problem. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then
have-
don't forget, polygamy
they-
is more acceptable for men to have more wives. So,
Yeah.
so to them, what my father had,
My dear,
seven wives.
my dear viewer, I cannot tell you one definitive reason why men cheat or the way we think why women cheat. I just think before you go into any relationship, especially if you are getting married, to get to know where you are going for. Don't be forced, don't be rushed, don't be pushed by the society, don't be pressured by the society because you are in a certain age or because of that you have to marry by force. You need to think twice before you know.
We can never really know though.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
like I said, ladies, if it's getting hard and tough, pick your bag and go. And the same go for man. If the relationship becomes unbearable, go. Until next time, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.